Africa's largest cannabis event is currently underway at the Sandton Convention Centre. Thousands of investors and entrepreneurs will be sharing their latest innovations, trends and business ideas. Newzroom Afrika's Nqobile Madlala is part of our team at this event and she joins us now live. And Nqobile, people in high spirits there.
Well, yes, in fact, the doors have now opened. They opened at about 10 o'clock. And what we've seen already is that there's over 100 stalls, 150 stalls that are here, and already about over thousands and thousands of ways of how you can use cannabis. So I want to bring in Silas to explain to us. And I mean, this is quite interesting because I suppose one doesn't have that much knowledge in terms of how well cannabis can be used. But then what are you telling the people that are coming into this expo?
Yeah, I think thank you for having me firstly. I think that's why it's so important to have a Cannabis Expo, is just that so people can actually come to the show and really see what cannabis is all about. I mean, until you come to a Cannabis Expo, I think people don't realize just how broad the cannabis industry actually is. I mean, we've got, like you said, over 150 different exhibitors from across the spectrum. So it's growing cannabis. It's the agricultural side, whether you want to grow cannabis at home for personal use or whether you want to do it on a larger scale. There's all sorts of products around that here. There's the health side of cannabis as well. You know, from CBD to your cannabis oils, there's so many different health benefits to cannabis, and all those products are on display. The information is here for people. You can come here, chat to experts, health professionals, cannabis experts about cannabis and how it can benefit you. And then, you know, so many other elements of cannabis as well. It's across the board. Also the fun and recreational side of cannabis. It's all here at the Cannabis Expo.
And of course, I know a lot of people might know the recreational side and the fun side, but I mean, perhaps just to sort of get an understanding with the regulations that are currently in place in South Africa, do you feel that the industry could maybe grow into something?
Yeah, the industry has been growing and growing. We do the Cannabis Expo here in Johannesburg. This is the biggest cannabis event in Africa. So we do it here in Joburg as well as Durban and Cape Town every year. And it has grown year on year. It is growing and growing. But certainly from a legislation point of view, there's more to be done. We have important discussions here at the Cannabis Expo with government. There's government involved here at the Expo, and we have the Cannabis Convention, a stage where talks happen every half hour throughout the show with government and industry leaders and the public actually engaging in topics about legislation. How do we move things forward? How do we open up this industry even more to benefit South Africa, to benefit us all?
And of course, one of those benefits is the medical side. And if you could just perhaps give us an idea, who are the people that are here for the medicinal side, and is there any benefits?
Yeah, so it's so incredible. I mean, there's a lot of international exhibitors who come out to the Cannabis Expo. Africa is on the map. What we're doing here in South Africa from a medicinal side is quite incredible. We've got companies here that are doing cannabis research, local cannabis research that is world leading, and they're publishing these, you know, their results, which are super positive on what, you know, how cannabis can benefit you. So it's quite amazing. We've got that international community coming out here, engaging with our, you know, local community. We're also exporting our knowledge overseas. It's really, really incredible to see how far we're going with the Cannabis Expo and with this industry.
Yeah. And in this industry, would you say this kind of expo is a breakthrough, and how?
Yeah, I think it's really important to have an expo like this. We're basically creating a platform for the entire industry, so for anyone to be able to come and enjoy, you know, find out about cannabis. If you're interested in cannabis in any way, shape or form, if you want to get into cannabis business, become a cannabis entrepreneur, take, you know, advantage of the amazing opportunities that are here, come to the Cannabis Expo and you're able to find out about it.
What sort of, when you talk about opportunities, and I imagine one of those opportunities is to ensure that there's licensing, that it's done accordingly. Can you assist some of the businesses to get that?
Absolutely. I mean, here at the Cannabis Expo, there are actually exhibitors that are companies that help people, advise people on how to get cannabis licenses, growing licenses, you know, go through the different hurdles that you need to sort of jump through in order to create or grow cannabis or create a cannabis business. So that advice is here. They're actually on stage as well, giving advice. You can ask them questions or you can meet them at their stand. So it's quite amazing. Like if you're interested in getting into cannabis business, certainly this is the place to be.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. That is, of course, Silas Howarth. And of course, as you can hear now, the doors are open. We've got quite a lot of people coming from all walks of life, really, to just look in terms of how they can get assistance, whether it's medicinal, whether it's recreational, but also in terms of growth and technology. You can see some technologies here that's talking to how you can extract some of those benefits from the leaf itself and so on. You can also find some knowledge from people who are coming from international. Interestingly, even the one that's behind me is an international company that talks to such things. But of course, the expo will continue and we'll find out more from some of those exhibitors.
Nqobile Madlala, thanks very much indeed for that update. We'll continue touching base with you throughout the course of the day.